Did you contact Big Wave Brewing or Kona Brewing about sponsoring the videos?
I did.
What did they say?
They said no because you're not a family-friendly material subject matter.
That's kind of sad. But anyway. All right, ready to roll? All right.
Yeah.
Should we tell the folks about you being a new parent at home?
Sure.
Did you guys know today Crispy is a new father? Crispy bought himself a Sony A7S camera. One he's been talking about for God knows how long. He finally put his big boy panties on and pulled the trigger on the camera. And this thing is tits, I'm not gonna lie. You guys will see a huge difference in a lot of the ability of his B-roll and some of the shots he can take with the camera. I'm a camera noob, but I can definitely tell this thing is pretty badass. So we're excited about that because all day, all I've heard is about his new baby. So I just wanted you guys at home to know and share in my misery. So because, did you name the camera? The camera have a name?
I haven't named it.
Okay.
I don't name inanimate objects.
You talk about it like it's a living, breathing thing. What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Jeff, I'm the owner of Rdrgear here in Salt Lake City, Utah. If you don't know what we do here at Rdrgear, you can find a couple different ways. One, this YouTube channel, liking, subscribing, and sharing. It helps a lot. Our website, rdrgear.com, our Facebook and Instagram pages, and our website, of course. And you can see all the things we do there. The social media channels list all the one-off stuff that we do, K9, Kydex, Safariland, wraps, mods, etc., and all that good stuff there. So with the housekeeping out of the way, I am probably the latest product we've ever reviewed here in the channel, the ACRO P1. I got the ACRO P1 because I was honestly kind of sick of hearing all this FOMO about the P2. Oh my God, I gotta get one. Where can I get one? I'll pay whatever. Dude, I don't understand all that, but hey, that's the power of social media. That is what happens when people just follow certain influencers and now they're just literally balls deep on getting that one thing they must have. And that's the P2. And those things have been rolling out pretty slow. There are certain retailers who have been getting them. I know they're pretty much anybody who's an Aimpoint direct dealer has gotten a first run or a handful, and they've been going out the door slowly. So I figured, you know what? I needed a P1 or an ACRO period because I needed to see holster compatibility. A lot of you guys email me and ask me about Safariland modified holsters and compatibility with an ACRO. My worry with the ACRO was, like for a VP9, how far forward the dot sat from the rear sight. This gap is one of the bigger ones out there in the RDS pistol platforms. So that was my concern, how far forward this thing sat, and would this window hit on the ALS module in the holster. It does not. In the video today, we ran one of our modified holsters, my personal ones. You'll have no issue there. So a couple things, you know, I like it. I mean, I at first was not going to buy an ACRO simply due to price. I didn't believe the $599 price tag would give me anything better than anything else did. But I will admit, I do like the red dot a lot. Of course, it comes from probably the most reputable micro red dot or red dot manufacturer in the country, Aimpoint. You'll see a lot of dudes breaking a lot of different optics out there. Not many dudes break Aimpoints. They're pretty robust, they're pretty rugged, and there is a lot of technology that goes into building these things. The ACRO P1, AKA mailbox, due to the square shape, it's not very aesthetically pleasing, right? But I do admit this dot pickup is one of the crisper, cleaner dots my eyes have picked up. You guys notice lately I have been wearing these in certain videos. It's just my eyes are getting pretty bad. It's to the point where I wear glasses full time. And so red dot doesn't require me to wear glasses. If I try to shoot irons pistol, I must wear glasses. That's just age. But I do like, one of the first things I do like on the dot is when you look at the red dot, I like the boxed border around the dot itself. For some reason, that just works for me. And I also like the height of the glass, right? It's not a very big piece of glass. It's 0.63 by 0.63, 2.1 ounces on the weight. The battery is the small battery, and I'll come back to that in a minute. But what I do like is when I present that pistol, I've got daylight all the way on each side, on the rear sight, front sight. So that may not be for everybody, but for me personally, it picks up and I notice that being a benefit for me. The glass is also very clean with very limited distortion and very limited tint that my eyes pick up. The buttons are easy to adjust dot size and dot height or dot brightness, and of course battery. Now, one of the other things when the Acros first came out, everybody had a story on how poor the batteries were. I am on brightness setting, I believe 5. It's been on now for, I think about 45 days in on this brightness setting, 0 issue on battery. I had read comments from people that they were changing batteries monthly. Some people, oh Jesus, were having battery issues sooner than that, but most people that I read were having battery issues monthly. I haven't had that yet, and so we'll see. But at the end of the day, the Acro, I don't know if red dots are going to be a personal preference for you, right? I personally like this one here and the Steiner are so far kind of my go-tos. I have the Steiner on the Walther PDP, now the Acro on the VP9. Neither one of those two pistols work well on the M&P, but they just look really weird. But this fits well, and I like shooting the VP9. I shoot this gun quite a bit. I carry this pistol often. And with the Acro on here, it's not too bulky, it's not too ugly. It actually works quite well. So with that being said, this will definitely stay in this configuration. I'll keep this as my personal setup. But in regards to a $600 red dot, that's on you guys, man. You are paying for quality. You are getting your money's worth. But with the ability to go out and buy a RMR, a Delta Point, a Steiner, a Hollow Sun in a multitude of configurations and colors, is the Acro the go-to. I would probably say in the enclosed emitter, and those of you at home who may not know what a closed emitter is, enclosed emitter is the entire unit itself is enclosed. There's no opening where you can have water or debris get in the way of the emitter that actually projects the red dot onto the front glass, where like a Hollow Sun, RMR are open emitters. This is what's called an enclosed emitter. You'll see it's basically a square box, glass on the rear, glass on the front. So enclosed is kind of where a lot of the red dot usage across the country is moving towards. The only major player or two I should say, that have not gone enclosed yet are Rdrgear RMR and the Delta Point Pro from Leupold. So we'll see. Out of those two, I could really care less if Delta Point ever did anything, because I was at the range this afternoon, and my buddy Taylor, who you've seen on previous videos, who's one of the co-owners of the Farm Training Center, the battery door on his Delta Point Pro just up and stopped latching. So therefore now his dot is completely covered. So, and that happened to him this past weekend at Chuck Besberg night fighter course. So the door lifting up and covering the glass is a no-no. That's something. So I've broken several Delta Point Pros just by simple drops, not very tall, or not very high, I should say. One happened in the holster, one happened outside the holster, and the second one actually fell on the protective shroud that's over Delta Point Pro, and that shattered as well. So at the end of the day, Delta Point isn't really something that I would buy more of. I use the Delta Point on offset 45 on some of my rifles, but that's about it. So in the enclosed emitter game, I probably would say the ACRO P1 is king, right? It is probably the best quality, the best construction, the best dot clarity that you'll find on the market in the enclosed emitter arena. So with that being said, yeah, $600. If you choose to get one, you're gonna get the best bang for your dollar. You're gonna get every dollar you spent in a quality product. And at the end of the day, it's gonna be 100% on you. What you want, the brand you want, the use you want, the needs you have. So shop wisely, and most of all, whatever you buy, train with, learn. And if you're not totally 100% transition to target focus shooting, that's the first step to getting onto the red dot train. You have to get off the front sight focus or dot focus and get onto target focus, and your life will be better from there. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, post 2 to 3 videos every week on gear the review, gear the manufacturer, gear that we buy, gear that I use. Until next time, be well, take care.
Have I told you about my Sony A7S III?
Like 9 times. You didn't even have, I don't want to hear about it anymore until you name her. And is it a boy or girl?
Probably a dude.
For some reason, that does not surprise me.